Hi, welcome to Mamas on a Mission, a lifestyle channel for moms that are on a mission to create an extraordinary life. I'm your host, Virginia Jimenez, and today we're going to have a Q&A segment where a question came in last week, which I thought was a really good question that should be addressed, and it is, how do I handle bullying in the workplace? So this person that asked the question, they were kind of experiencing feeling like they were being disrespected in the workplace or belittled in the workplace, and they wanted to know what are some things that can help them in a situation like that where we are completely feeling uncomfortable. You know that feeling? I mean, if you've experienced having to go through a situation with another colleague and it's an incessant amount of times and you're coming home feeling frustrated for months at a time, then you probably should consider these 7 steps. And the first one really is to identify, really, is this truly bullying that's taking place? And the reason for that is that I think it's important to see how, sometimes we can't believe everything that we think. So identifying how often is this occurring? Is this really something that's occurring incessantly? Can you pick up on a specific pattern? Like, when is this taking place? Is this something that's occurring when you're doing something and it's causing this person to behave a certain way, or is it just happening whenever? It doesn't matter. Any opportunity they get, they're kind of going at you. So that's the first thing, identifying, is it really bullying that's taking place? The second thing is that once you know this is true, then you know that it's not really about you, because it doesn't matter what you do, this is going to be happening, right? This person's behaving this way as a result of their own situations. Sometimes what bullies are doing is that they're coming from a place of fear instead of love, right? They're coming from a place of wanting to renew that source of feeling good from outside of themselves instead of from inside of themselves. And so they're doing that by doing certain things to uplift them, and watching you behave a certain way might actually be empowering to them. So just know that it's not personal. Don't get all bent out of shape feeling like or behaving like, oh my God, what am I doing wrong? It's really something that they're going through. In fact, they might just be some energy vampires taking on, your reaction to their actions may just be feeding them and fueling them. 3 is to focus on your mission. You're at work. There's a purpose for you being there. There's a purpose for them being there too, but you got to worry about you and what you can do and what's in your circle of control. And so focus on your mission. What are you there to do? Let's be sure that you are honoring your agreement with your employer and you don't get too caught up in this fiasco that this other person has going on, because it's not really about you, what's going on with them. What you need to do is focus on your mission. And I know it's so much easier said than done. However, it's possible. It's very, very possible. It just takes some effort to just really concentrate on what you're there to do and focus on that, and put people in their place if you need to. And you can do this, by lovingly leading and saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to get to XYZ because this is what needs to get handled right now. And you don't have to tell them you should be doing the same thing or anything. You just focus on you, worry about you. You don't have to tell people how to act. You act the way you want to be treated, and you stand on your own 2 feet and just keep moving forward in your mission there. 4 is to stand confidently, speak confidently, and act confidently. Because the more you do that, the more they see, and there's a sense of respect. It might just be, not that it has to be earned on their part, but just that they see, you know what, she's not like folding into pieces because I'm treating her a certain way. And sometimes that actually might enhance they might start getting creative about how to really get at you, because that's really what they're looking for, is some sort of action or reaction on your part. But you know what? Stand your ground and do so elegantly in a classy way. You don't need to get on their level. You don't need to get on their level at all. You need to get on your own level. What's your standard, all right, of confidence? What's your standard of speaking confidently, of standing confidently and acting confidently? And let's hold true to your values to you. In many ways, this might be an opportunity for them to see how to treat you and mirror that behavior. And this definitely can happen. I mean, think of like when you've seen a dog chasing, when they say that, like, if you see a dog that might attack, that you shouldn't run away, because really, like, you're not showing confidence at that moment. They have the upper hand. They know they have the upper hand, and they could definitely continue to try to strike you. You're an easy target. But if you just stand your ground, and I'm not saying like go ahead and full force fludge into the dog, you just stand your ground and like not show that you're somebody that's a threat, but that you are confident on your 2 feet, then hey, that just might be something to help you. Stand confidently, speak confidently, and act confidently. The 5th thing is to find supportive people in your workplace. Start building allies, I guess you could say, but really not so that you can share your experience with this other person. You don't want to be the victim here. You want to just have other people to connect with, other people to have conversations with, other people to have positive exchanges with. All right? Be grateful for those people. Look for them. Look for those opportunities. And we get so caught up in focusing on the bad thing, right? We have this one rotten apple in this bowl of apples, and we're so focused on, oh my God, this whole thing is like ruined because of this one apple. But hey, wait a minute, you have like 9 other apples in this bowl. I mean, and they're still good to eat. So why not enjoy that? Let's focus on the other people. Let's build those relationships. Let's connect with them. The 6th thing is to cover your behind. So I used to say CYA when I used to work in the corporate field. And for those that work in corporate, you'll know what CYA means. But pretty much just document everything. So if you have a messaging service and they're sending you things on there that are not appropriate or disrespectful, then go ahead and screenshot it, save it, store those files. If there's other ways of documenting it, do so. If you can record a situation, and maybe, I mean, that's a suggestion. I'm not saying that that's a mandatory thing that you do, but in some situations it might be needed to actually record what's taking place, because in the last thing, if there's nothing that you can do, if you've tried to talk to the person and they just don't acknowledge it's an issue, or they're really just not interested in doing anything differently about it, and you need to reach out for help, then the 7th thing is to find support. Talk to your HR director, talk to a manager, and have those supporting documents with you. So that's essentially the answer to this question. How do I deal with bullying in the workplace? 1 is identifying if it truly is a bullying situation. Is it happening incessantly? Is it happening basically without any sort of trigger? It's just happening whenever. The 2nd thing was, it's not about you. Remember, this is not something you should take personal, although that's hard. It might be hard to really, it's easy to intellectualize, but it might not be easy to actually put into practice. But it's not impossible. You can do it. You can definitely do it, like separating that this is not about you, this really is about them. 3 is to focus on your mission. You're there for a purpose at work. 4, stand confidently, speak confidently, and act confidently. 5, find other people to connect with in the workplace in a positive exchange. 6 is to cover your behind, CYA, make sure you have documentation. And 7 is to make sure that if there's nothing else that you can do about this and it still keeps happening, to talk to somebody about it, like a director, an HR manager, your direct manager, your supervisor, somebody, and have your CYA documentation in hand. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this segment of Q&A with Virginia, with myself on Mamas on a Mission. Remember that your circumstances don't define you. Your decisions and your actions, they certainly do. Until next time, and be sure to subscribe on the button below. All right? Peace.